Welcome back to the channel. Today we're delving into commercial escalations, one of the most important parts of a lease that impacts how much you pay over a time period. Escalations are clauses in your lease that increase your rent or reimbursement amounts over time. They account for rising expenses like property taxes, insurance, and maintenance, or simply account for inflation. Property operating costs don't stay the same year after year. Escalations make sure landlords aren't losing money and tenants are paying their fair share of any increases. It helps maintain the building without constant renegotiation. There are three main types of escalation clauses: fixed increases, where rent goes up by a set amount; operating expense pass-throughs, where tenants share in the actual increase in building expenses. This is very similar to CAM charges. And thirdly, index-based increases, which tie rent to inflation metrics like the Consumer Price Index, also known as the CPI. With operating expense pass-throughs, tenants pay their share of any increase in actual costs. For example, if building expenses go from $9 to $10 per square foot, and you occupy 10% of the property, your additional cost is just 10 cents per square foot. These escalations are based on real numbers, not guesses, so they can change year to year. This is why it's important to ask for detailed reconciliation reports. Some leases link rent increases to the Consumer Price Index, as we previously stated, or CPI. As inflation rises, so does your rent. In year one, CPI may rise 2%. The next year, it may jump to 4%. Your rent follows the same pattern. CPI-based escalations protect the landlord from inflation risk, but they can make long-term budgeting difficult for tenants. So which escalation type is best? It depends. Fixed increases give you predictability. Expense pass-throughs tie rent to actual building costs. And CPI-based increases track with the economy. Every lease is a trade-off between risk and control. The key is understanding what you're signing and how it could affect your business in year 2, year 5, or beyond. Here are a few key tips. Always read your escalation clause carefully. Ask for caps on controllable expenses. And negotiate for a base year. If CPI is used, understand how it's calculated. These small clauses can have a big impact. There are also gross-up expenses, which we discuss in another video. To recap, fixed expenses are simple and predictable. Expense pass-throughs reflect real building costs. And CPI-based escalations tie rent to inflation. Each has pros and cons, and it all comes down to your business goals. If this has helped clarify escalation clauses, hit like and subscribe. Watch our playlist on CAM charges and lease types, and grab your free escalation cheat sheet below. I'm Leslie, and I'll see you in the next one.